What is this shit? What is this? It looks like Shrek was unleashed on Europe and made everything green. This achievement was very draining, and definitely not a good idea to go for the very first video of this series. But it's done. It's over. I don't want to see the Ottomans ever again. That probably won't happen. Let's go ahead and see how I did it. But first, a quick disclaimer. I know this video is probably going to be uploaded around when King of Kings is supposed to release, but all of this was recorded on Domination on 1.35. So hopefully that should get rid of any confusion you might have. Greetings, fellow map painters, and welcome to the very first installment of our A to Z Achievement Hunt series, which, frankly, I don't even know if we should call it A to Z anymore, because, as you could probably tell from the title of this video, we're going for Mehmet's Ambition, or that's the main goal we're going for with this campaign over here. But the idea for this campaign started from the very first alphabetical achievement, which is A Blessed Nation. The plan is to convert to Coptic at some point and do that achievement, but, well, if we're playing the Ottomans, we might as well try to tick off the list some more achievements, right? So it just so happens that I decided to go for probably the hardest achievement in our very first campaign. You'd think that a world conquest would be the hardest achievement, right? Or, I don't know, like a one faith type deal, but no, it's Mehmet's Ambition, and there's only one very specific reason for that, and let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, here it is. The reason is that we have to do it before the 1500s. What do we have to do? Well, we have to own the Balkans, Anatolia, Mashriq, Italy, France, Iberia, and a few provinces here and there, like Fez, Tunis. Not sure if we need Cairo as well, but maybe. We also need London, York, Zealand, and Vienna, I believe. So yeah, not a very easy achievement, to say the least. For our initial setup, we might need to do some restarts, only for one specific reason. I'm gonna click this button over here to summon a diet, and I'm looking for a very specific mission. And we did not get it. The mission I'm looking for is, I want to get a claim on AQ over here as soon as possible, so I can declare war on them basically next month on 11th of December. I want to declare war on them first and then on Byzantium, because that basically won't give them enough time to find allies and stuff like that, because my initial goal for expansion is to go over here into the Mashriq, after that attacking the Mamluks, because I want to keep our aggressive expansion over here in Europe as minimal as possible, because the main way we're gonna conquer our way up here is gonna be through diplo vassalization. A lot of these Italians over here, these small Italians, in the year 1460, most of them are gonna leave the HRE because they're small. They're gonna agree to being diplo-vassalized. The main problem we're gonna have with that, like, they're gonna agree with it, but we're gonna struggle a bit to get our relations up to 190 from my trial runs. That was like the biggest bottleneck. But yeah, that's basically the plan. So since I didn't get the mission over here, I'm gonna go ahead and restart. So PRB.
2 hours later.
That took an absurd amount of restarts, but we got it in the end. Oh my god, you have no idea. Anyway, let's go ahead and get it. There we go. We got claims on this whole area over here, which is perfect. Then for our advisors, I think we have, or we don't. Oh yeah, we do. We have this dude who's cheaper, so let's go ahead and get him. Well, we have a trade efficiency guy. That's good. If we get a master of mint, we should go ahead and get him, so we can get those sweet mana points from the event. Now for our estates, nothing too crazy here. I don't think this matters too much. I'm just gonna get all of the mana. Religious diplomats is gonna be pretty useful for us for the diplo reputation. Alright, I think that's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and seize land. I'm gonna go ahead and delete our well, most of our other forts, because we won't really need them. Gonna go ahead and get 10 Janissaries over here, so we can complete all these 3 missions at the same time. Amazing. Now, after we recruited them, I'm gonna shift consolidate them, and I'm only gonna keep 4 regiments, because we only have 7,000 manpower right now, and to fully reinforce them would take 10,000 manpower, and I really don't have that right now, so just gonna go ahead and get rid of those. We'll only keep 4 for good measure. We'll also get the free company over here. We can get the chance to capture enemy ships. We'll queue up to 15 galleys. We're gonna go ahead and get an alliance with Crimea and possibly Trebizond as well, because we wanna vassalize him. Right, I don't think I mentioned the reason why we're gonna be able to diplo-vassalize everyone and not go insane over our diplomatic limit over here is because we can make all of them Aelets, the new subject type that was introduced with the latest DLC, which make the Ottomans pretty stupidly overpowered right now, so yeah, as if they weren't already. But even with that, this is still a very hard achievement, so I'm not even sure if I'll be able to do it, honestly, but we shall see. Right now I'm just gonna let the time go, so it reaches 11th of December. Well, I only unpaused for a few days and we already got our first achievement. It was factionalism. Have 3 different estates in your country with at least 70% influence each. I wasn't even planning on doing that, but hey, we got it. Yep, we got the Varna Crusade. There's Urban. So we can go ahead and get this mission. And we can also hire Urban and get another mission. And that gave us free cannons. Pretty cool. Actually, I'm gonna get 2 of these cannons and I'm gonna send them over here to AQ. But yeah, so we already got our very first achievement, and yeah, that's the deal. We're gonna get so many random achievements by just playing the game without even trying to get them, and obviously they're not gonna be in alphabetical order, but it is what it is. The main goal of this series is to get every single achievement, and it doesn't matter how we do that, as long as we do it. There we go, we got That's a Grand Army. Build up your army to your country's maximum force limit. I believe we are even over. Yep, we are gonna lose some money for now, but it should be okay. Gonna get even a 3rd general over here. Ah, that's amazing, they all got 1 siege. And this dude has 6 shock, my god. Mr. Chaddington over here. We will ally with Trebizond. I will start improving relations with Herzegovina. They will not accept to be vassalized right now, but that will change very soon. We will also... first I will revoke my guarantee on Ragusa, and I will guarantee Albania instead. Royal marriage with Crimea is fine. You are gonna become our March, not our Aelets, so if you have royal marriages with your Aelets, they still count to your diplomatic slots over there. So you usually don't want to royal marry everyone you want to diplo-vassalize, but for Crimea it is an exception. Okay, it is the 11th of December. We can... well, I'm stupid, I have to wait 2 more days for my diplomat to arrive, but that's fine. And we got a new achievement. Secure a royal marriage with another country. There you go. But we can declare our war. We're not gonna call in Trebizond, we don't have to. And we're gonna go ahead and siege their capital. Now we have to wait another month in order to be able to declare on Byzantium as well. Can go ahead and guarantee Albania. And meanwhile, I'm gonna have one of my diplomats curry favors with Crimea, because we need to get their trust up to 60 in order to be able to get this mission, which will 99% ensure that they will become our vassal whenever they get that event. Okay, our cheaper natural scientist already died. Well, That's unfortunate. I'm gonna try to roll for a Master of Mint over here, so we can get that sweet event. Byzantium allied Moldavia. That's fine. Don't really care about it too much. We can go ahead and declare. I'm always bad at keeping track of the date, because we could have declared on them a few days earlier, but no worries. It's not a big deal. The problem with Moldavia being in this war is that they're gonna have naval superiority now, but they might fall under Poland while being at war, and it's gonna pull them out of the war. So hopefully that will happen. But yeah, I was gonna say, the beginning part of this campaign is gonna be pretty standard. Nothing too crazy going on. But it's gonna get a lot more hectic as we go on. And there we go, we got a Master of Mint. Well, that was very lucky indeed. Now we just have to wait. I'm gonna wait for my cannons over here because I do not want to leave them exposed. I don't want them to die, they are not replaceable at this stage in the game. Usually I liked to go towards mysticism so I can be able to press this button here for manpower, because manpower is gonna be a problem in the beginning. But as soon as we start getting our first ailets, it's gonna be a problem of the past, pretty much. I can enable slacken recruiting standards. So with that in mind, I think I'm gonna go towards legalism. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Because with legalism you basically have a free loan you can take if you debase your currency, and plus tech is cheaper. Boundary dispute. Oh no. Well, we get a free claim on Hungary, which might be helpful, actually. Not sure how soon we're gonna go to war with them, but we will have to. My plan is to snake my way up here and get to Sopron, so we own a province that is adjacent to Austria, to Vienna, actually, more specifically, so that when we do siege Vienna, we'll get a very nice event that will help us with achieving our goal, our main goal. Gonna start improving relations with Trebizond as well. Gonna vassalize him. Now Epirus allied Ragusa. Okay, that's good actually. He did not ally. He usually likes to ally the Papal State, so we won't have to deal with their fleet, which is pretty sizable, especially combined. Now in this case, I think I'm actually gonna vassalize Ragusa, or no, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna release Dalmatia and make it an eyalet, because they have a bunch of cores over there. Moldavia is being annoying, but we don't worry about that. Well, there we go, we got the radical reforms. I'm gonna go ahead and kick these guys out. And there we go, got some free mana points. I'm gonna go ahead and hire them back. We are losing quite a bit of money, but I think it should be fine. Okay, there goes Poland, union with Lithuania. Might be able to ally them actually. Depends how much aggressive expansion we get with them. And we got a new achievement. That's a Grand Navy. Build up to your navy. What? Build up your navy to your country's maximum navy force limit. Oh, there you go. Another one. I think I'm gonna add like an achievement counter somewhere on the screen so we can keep track of everything. That allows us to complete this mission up here, which is gonna give us an admiral. He only has one siege, but it's fine. So now I'm thinking I can maybe take them on. I'm gonna give it one more month tick so they can regain some morale, but then I think I'm gonna go ahead and attack them. Let's see, Athens is reinforcing, or no, they're not actually. This is great. Hopefully we're gonna steal some ships. Just one. That's fine. Okay, and now all of a sudden we have naval superiority. And we even got Constantinople, so now I think we're gonna steal even more ships from them. Nice, we got 4 ships out of that. Got some transports, which is actually fine. I'm gonna need transports later on. It is a problem now that we're gonna be paying extra for our fleet, but it should be fine. Let's attack Moldavia here as well. We also finished the siege, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and attack you here. Nice, got 2 more ships out of that. Gonna go ahead and blockade the ports over here. That's his army stack wiped. You always love to see a Stacken Vipen, as Ludi would like to say. I think we can also declare on Epirus now. Oh, Ragusa would not join because the ruler is cruel. I would actually like you to join. They are friendly towards us right now, so I think that can be easily fixed if we just send them an insult. We also got Athens. I'm still counting on Moldavia falling under Poland, so we don't have to bother sieging them, but we shall see, I guess. We might be unlucky. Okay, our friend AQ, I almost said Dulkadir there, has surrendered to us, so we can go ahead and fully annex him. It's gonna be 55 aggressive expansion, but no one is gonna care for now. Okay, we are gonna core everything except for Raqqa. We are going to release Syria from there. And there we go, we got 2 more achievements. We've got That Is Mine, Conquer a Province, very easy, and Victorious, Win a War, it's also very easy. But hey, add them to the list. Now I need to actually end this war before I can declare on QQ, because I need to be at peace in order to be able to release nations, which is kind of annoying. I'm gonna go ahead and raise autonomy here because I don't really care that much about these lands for now. It's gonna be a while before I even state them up because I want to save up on admin points. I'm gonna try and see if sieging their fort and blockading them is enough for a white peace, but it doesn't look like it. I really need to start the war with QQ as soon as possible. Actually, looks like we don't even need to wait for Moldavia because Byzantium will just accept our demands. How cool is that? We won't get all of their 95 gold, but it's fine. Okay, we can make Constantinople our capital. We can complete the mission, and we can even get an alliance with Poland. But before we do that, let me release Syria. I'm gonna release both Achaea and Morea, because that will give us more manpower, because instead of 1 eyalet, it's 2 eyalets. That's quick maths right there. And I think I will also give Athens to... probably to Morea, so they both have 2 provinces. There's our alliance with Poland. Great. Castile broke their alliance with Aragon, interesting. We can go ahead and ally Herzegovina as well, since I'm gonna vassalize them later anyway. We are a bit over our limit right now, but we're gonna get rid of 3 of our relations in just a short bit here, because we're gonna make Achaea and Morea and Syria into eyalets, and they won't take up a slot anymore. Can go ahead and declare on Epirus. Our ships are already en route, which is good. These troops can come down here as well, and when our diplomat comes back, we are going to declare on QQ as well. There we go, we have reconquest because of our Syria vassal, which is exactly what we wanted. And we also want to co-belligerate Mushasha. Since they are allied to QQ, it makes our life a bit easier. We have to fight them both at the same time, otherwise we would have had to fight them separately. But of course we have to wait a month before we can start a new war. There's our QQ war. And I believe, yes, we can also promote our guys to eyalets. We need more diplomats. So from this war, all we want to do is take a line over here that goes all the way to Basra. There we go, we can make these guys eyalets as well. Now they're all green, wonderful. Let's see if we can win this fight. We are attacking in the mountains, but we also have janissaries. Okay, we won the initial battle, let's see if they keep going. We have reinforcements on the way, and now they are attacking us in the mountains. Yep, looks like they changed their mind. I want to go ahead and siege Tabriz. How's this war going? Still sieging. There falls Kefalonia. Hey, we got a new achievement. Combined arms have both an admiral and a general with a trait. There we go. Oh, and that's a really good trait too. Galley combat ability. Of course, we have a comet sighted. There we go. Tabriz finally fell. Hey, we got a new achievement. Seriously? Kill 10,000 men in one battle. Yep, we did that. Oh, looks like he's attacking me in the highlands now. That's fine by me. Will we actually win this? We rolled quite poorly. Very poorly, in fact. Jesus Christ. I saw zeros and ones all over the place. We won the siege of Ragusa, which is great. So it's 39 AE in total. It's quite a bit, because we're getting Ragusa as well, which was not part of the plan, but hey, the more the merrier. Can complete the mission, reign in Greece, and we can also tech up. That would have probably helped quite a bit in those battles. My only goal right now is to get this fort here. We can go ahead and tech up admin. I think I'll also build a church in Constantinople because it will bring in a bit of extra income. Okay, we have over 20 favors with Crimea, and we can trade favors for trust. We need to do this 2 times. And now we just need to improve our relations with them up to 150. Okay, we can convert the Hagia Sophia into a mosque, and that will give us even more legalism, and it will give us some development in Constantinople, and of course we'll be able to use the Hagia Sophia, which it's not the best thing in the world, but hey, it's something. We can also tech up our Diplo. We should tech up our Diplo at least up until level 7, so we can get more colonial range, or in our case, coring range, because that's another bottleneck that I had in my trial runs. I was not able to take London and York because they were too far away and I couldn't core them, because I was very far behind in my Diplo tech. So yeah, I will try to not let that happen anymore. And in fact, as soon as we unlock our first idea group over here, I'm gonna switch our focus to Diplo. Okay, the other fort is also down, we just need to siege down that one. Okay, so this war is technically done, so I'm gonna move our troops into position over here. Gonna attack Kandar and Dolkadir. Actually, looking at our aggressive expansion over here, I think I'm gonna go ahead and attack the Mamluks next, because I don't want them to join a coalition that potentially Venice and Naples would also join. We have a truce with Venice, but yeah, not for much longer. So yeah, I think I will go ahead and attack the Mamluks immediately after this war is done, so I'm gonna need a couple of diplomats free. Let's see, they have 34k troops. Our manpower is not doing too well, but if we just focus on sieging down stuff, it should be fine, because we don't need to take too much out of them this time. We're just gonna return Syria's cores, basically. Okay, Basra has fallen, so here is our peace deal. We're just gonna take a straight line and nothing else, not even money, because we do not want to extend our truce timer. And yeah, look at this aggressive expansion over here. So Genoa would join, Naples, Karaman. Karaman we have a truce with until later, I believe, unless I'm wrong. Oh, I am wrong. We do not have a truce with him anymore. So yeah, Karaman would join. Be kind of annoying, but I think it should be fine. Besides the Beyliks over here, we're not gonna conquer anything else. Our next target is gonna be Aragon. Actually, our next target is gonna be Genoa. Now that I think about it, we have to figure out a way to drag them into a war by attacking. They usually form a trade league with either with Theodoro or with Cyprus. We need to attack Genoa because we want Corsica. We want Corsica so we can make claims on Aragon down here, and it's also our gateway into France over here. So yeah, enough babbling. Let us do this peace deal, and don't believe we have... No, we don't have an improved relations guy. So, before we declare the war and before I forget, we need to release Basra and Iraq and Dalmatia. And we will, of course, make them eyalets. And before we declare the war, I think I would like to ally with Hassa as well, because I would like to diplo-vassalize them as well. I want to build a bit of a foothold here in Arabia with eyalets, so they can feed me, basically. They can give me manpower and gold. Right now it says distance between borders, but I believe as soon as we make these two guys eyalets, that shouldn't be a problem anymore. Our diplomat is home, so we can go ahead and do just like a reconquest, call in our eyalets, not Trebizond, and yeah, we have a lot less troops, but we can get more mercenaries if we have to. Our troops are stronger anyway, so we're not gonna actively go and look for fights, we're just gonna siege. We have to blockade 10 of their ports, I believe, in order to get an achievement. Venice entered the coalition, so Genoa will probably join soon as well. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there would be 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we can split over here, and I think like 2 galleys should be enough for that one province there, right? Yeah, it's 100%. And there's the achievement. Blockade at least 10 ports of one enemy. Awesome. Now I can see them sneaking up here, sieging my vassals, my eyalets, but yeah, I don't really care about that. Let's go ahead. Oh, hello, another one. Captured 20 boats with the boarding naval doctrine. Okay, I did not even know that achievement existed, but hey, we got it. Let's go ahead and repair for a bit. I am trying to siege with my mercenaries over here so I can use up their manpower. Okay, they pieced out Basra separately. That's another mechanic of the eyalets. They can be pieced out separately from wars, but that's completely fine by me. Our war exhaustion is a bit high, which is impacting our siege ability. I would like to not press that button though. We can complete the mission. Oh yeah, the Crimean Destiny. I actually forgot to keep improving relations with them, but it looks like we got to 150 naturally. So there we go. That should hopefully make them become our vassal sooner rather than later. And it looks like they finally decided to attack. Huh, these guys are not reinforcing for some reason. Well, that was stupid on their end. What the hell, Mr. Mamluk? Hungary decided to be aggressive and attacked Serbia and Bosnia. Okay. There we go, we have Hassa now as a vassal. And next we can probably work on Shamar. Cairo is at 64%. RNGesus is not with us today. We'll go ahead and tech up. And our first idea group, you're probably thinking we're gonna go something military, quality, or quantity maybe. I don't know, or maybe some admin stuff. It's going to be diplomatic. We're gonna need all the extra diplomats and everything else, especially this one here. Province war score cost, that's gonna be huge for us. But we're gonna need a lot of diplomats to be able to manage our many eyalets. So with that out of the way, I'm now gonna switch our focus to diplomatic. And how much money do we make? 503. I'm also gonna upgrade our advisor to level 2 there. We need a lot of diplo points. It didn't siege at 64%. What is this? Pain. There we go, it finally fell. So we can go ahead and do that. Our truce is gonna be in 65. Yeah, that's probably fine. One thing I would like you to do though, I would like you to stop guaranteeing Cyprus. And of course you would not agree to that. Just need one more war score though. Oh, there you go. That's my piece. Now we have a big and beautiful Syria. Let's check our aggressive expansion. Okay, we can go ahead and take this mission, which will give us the very special CB on the Mamluks, which we will not use to make them an Aeolate, mind you. We will take the other option, which will be much better for our goal. It will basically give us a war score cost reduction, much like our ideas over here. We're gonna have to stack a lot of this, so we're gonna have to take the forts in Malta and upgrade them, hopefully. There's also another event for taking Vienna that will give us sort of the same thing, and we have to stack a lot of that because we have a lot to conquer here in Castile and in France. So yeah, that's the game plan. Now we need to figure out a way of attacking Genoa. I do not want to wait until 1460 when they leave the HRE, and they're also in a coalition against me right now. But I guess until they figure that out, we can go ahead and take care of our Beyliks over here. Here we got some free money. Can debase our currency and then just lose it.
Are you sure about that?
Like that. I am such a dumbass. I just realized I clicked the wrong button in that goddamn event. Instead of losing corruption, I got 2 more corruption. God damn it, dude. Why am I like this? Well, looks like Hungary pieced out and he took only 2 provinces. Okay. Now I keep hoping that these guys will leave the coalition, but it doesn't look like it. Kandar I do not really want to declare war on directly because he's allied with the Great Horde. Or we can just break their alliance, I guess, for now. We'll get a truce with them, but there's no rush. There's no rush to get him. So I think that is fine.
Okay.
Yep, until 63, 10 years. So meanwhile, I will just declare on Ramazan over here and get Dolkadir as well. Get him out of the coalition, basically. There's no need to call all of my Aeolates. Just need 1 more day. There we go. Need to upgrade 2 centers of trade to be able to get our golden era started. And usually I would have gotten this one in Sinop, but since we won't be able to get him yet, we'll have this one in Ramazan. I'm reluctant to upgrade this one because we have a mission that as a reward it upgrades it for us to level 3, so it would be kind of a waste to do it. The other option we have would be to just seize land from Morea over here and take Athens from them and then do it like that. Ooh, what is this? Albania is attacking Serbia. Interesting. There we go, we have our first Diplo idea. It's our first extra diplomat. Yep, Herzegovina annexed Bosnia. And yeah, it's not impossible to get them now. I think it is doable. We'll just have to wait longer, which sucks. Now it will be interesting to see what happens down here in Albania too, if they will get eaten up by Serbia. Okay, so it looks like if we give Trebizond the gift and maybe insult Circassia as well, maybe give them military access, we should be able to vassalize them. So we're gonna work on that. And besides that, I've been looking around the map for a second, and I think I have a game plan, what our next steps are gonna be, because we want to get into Iberia as soon as possible, and to do that we will have to go to war with Aragon, but I would not like to do any no-CB wars or any truce breaking really for this campaign, maybe at the end if we have to. But remember, we have to go for other achievements as well after we finish with Mehmet's Ambition, so I would like to not ruin our country before that. So with that in mind, we need a way to make claims on Aragon or get a CB on them. So one way we could do that is to go and take Tunis, and then we will be able to make claims on him. Now I don't have a CB on Tunis either, but he is fighting Jared over here, and we could try to enforce peace on them. They will say no, of course. And that will drag us into the war on Jared's side, and then we can just separate peace out and just take Tunis, because we also need Tunis for our achievement anyway. And yeah, it's just a win-win situation, so let's just hope that Jared survives Their war score is only -8 at the moment because Tlemcen is also fighting on their side. So even if they win the siege here, I don't think it will be enough to annex them yet. So, but the only thing we have to worry about is we have to get our relations with Jared up to 100 in order to be able to click this button. So I'm gonna start working on that right away. And look at that, people are leaving the coalition. Karaman and Naples left, which is great news for us. That means we can go ahead and declare on Karaman as soon as our troops are in position here. Genoa left and Venice left as well, perfect. So I want to attack them first and then make the peace deal with these two guys over here so I don't give them another chance to enter the coalition. I'm gonna send a gift to Najd as well to make them ready to accept a vassalization offer. We just have to improve with them a bit more and should be there. There's the gift to Trebizond. Now we can also insult Circassia. Scornful insult. That puts them up at 173. I would like to do this before we do the peace deal with Ramazan and Dulkadir because that will give them more aggressive expansion against us. So we can still give them military access and ask them to transfer trade power to us. I think that will be enough. But before anything else, we will declare on Karaman. Sure, I'll call in my vassal swarm just so that they can take care of Imereti for me, hopefully. We can call in Crimea as well, actually, they should. I will not call in Trebizond, because we want them to be at peace, so they can accept our offer. We will also go ahead and send Jared a gift to get to 100 quicker, and it will also probably help them in their war, somehow. There we go. Now they are at 192. Just need another month, and then they will accept to be vassalized. Okay. Finally, we have 100 relations with Jared. They are losing pretty badly and I am afraid that they will soon unconditionally surrender because it looks like Tlemcen is also losing. But we can go ahead and enforce peace now, which they will reject, of course, and now we are part of their war. We are not a co-belligerent, so technically Jared can still end the war whenever they want, but now that they have us on their side, they shouldn't. So we're gonna go ahead and siege down Tunis, because that's the only province we need and want. Oh yeah, we also vassalized Trebizond, then we made him an eyalet. So in this case, now that we are in this war and we'll most likely get Tunis, I'm gonna already start to build a spy network on Aragon, because I want that to be done as soon as possible. But I think after our war here in Tunis is over, we're gonna go ahead and declare on Hungary, because Hungary is allied with Austria right now, but Aragon is also allied to Austria, and I would much rather fight Austria and Hungary together over here on one front, and before we end the war, so like before we send the peace deal, we're gonna declare on Aragon, and Austria will not join to protect them, hopefully, since they will be busy already fighting in the war alongside Hungary. So that way we can isolate Aragon, and only Ferrara will help them, and Navarra, of course, since they're their subject. But yeah, that's the game plan. Now these guys are giving me war exhaustion. I already declared on Karaman, so there's no reason to sit on them any longer. Maybe Venice and Genoa will join the coalition again, maybe His and Kaifa as well, but I'm not too worried about that right now. You do not have enough? Oh yeah, that's too much money. There we go. 11 gold. Now I just have to wait for my vassals to take care of Imereti over there. For some reason my vassals are just standing here instead of sieging. Maybe if I do that. No, they're still thinking about life. They are reflecting. And we have started the siege of Tunis. We're gonna go ahead and break the walls instantly, because we want to get this as fast as possible. We do not want to depend on Jared to finish the war before we get what we want. Looks like Tunis pieced out Mzab. They fully annexed them. That's fine. We don't really care about that. There go my vassals. Nice. Pouring all this stuff up with this much war exhaustion is painful, but I really do not want to click this button. We want as much diplomatic power as we can get. 71%, surely it will fall, right? There we go. Let's see if they will accept. They will not, but they are very close. What if we just start sieging this fort and maybe blockade over here? 47 to 48. Let's wait for this army here. And there we go. Can even get 13 gold. And that's only gonna be 11 AE, which is perfect. We're only gonna get 1 with Venice and Genoa, but I do not plan on fighting them very soon, so that's fine. So we got Tunis. I want to get our golden era started, and for that we need to upgrade 2 centers of trade to level 2. But since we can't get Kandar very soon because we have a truce with them, we can upgrade this one over here. There is a requirement to upgrade a center of trade. It has to be a core in a state, but it can also work if it is part of a trading company, because I do not want to pay the extra admin points to do that, so that's perfect. And I think I'm gonna do the same over here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put just Adana in a trading company, so I can upgrade this whenever the cores are done, or whenever we're at peace, because that's another requirement. You cannot upgrade them when you're at war for some reason. And oh, what happened here? It looks like Serbia is sieging down Albania, so it looks like Albania will cease to exist soon. If Serbia takes them, we can go to war with Serbia and force them to release Albania, which will give them a plus 100 opinion boost with us, so we can vassalize them after easier. Well, looks like we have enough relations to vassalize Najd as well. Awesome. And we have enough spy network to make a claim on Aragon. We'll go ahead and do this here. And we're gonna have to hope that the Iberian wedding does not trigger. We can go ahead and start improving relations with Dawasir. Najd can become an eyalet. Now we're just waiting for forts. We could declare our war on Hungary already, but I want to have a brief moment of being at peace so that I can upgrade the centers of trade, start our golden age, and maybe lower autonomy as well some places. There we go, Karaman fell, but they will most likely not accept a full annexation yet. Oh no, they will. I do not care about Emirati whatsoever. It's gonna be 41 AE, very little with European countries looks like, which is great. Let's go ahead and do it. Our truce with QQ ends in 61, so we want to be on top of that as well, because we don't want them to join the coalition. And we can complete this mission, which gives us some admin points, which is perfect for coring what we just took right now. We just need some gold, so we can upgrade this one here. And for this one we will need to take a loan. There we go. Now for this requirement to trigger, we basically just have to wait for the cores to be completed here in Adana and here in Tunis. And then we will be able to click our golden age. Now you want to get your golden age earlier than me if possible. That's a lot of money on corruption, man. No, because I was stupid with that one event. But oh well. Let's look at our autonomy and go ahead and do that. Lot of autonomy right there. That should hopefully help a bit with our income. And now I think we are ready to start this war. And in this war, yeah, we can call Poland as well, which will be a big help. We don't want to co-belligerate Austria, at least not yet. We just want to basically keep them busy so they won't enter the war protecting Aragon, and take some money from them, probably, hopefully. I'm gonna go ahead and siege there and bring the cannons as well. And actually you can have the 2 siege pip general. Now we're basically just gonna let Poland do all the dirty work, because we cannot go anywhere else before we take this fort down here. I mean, we could go the long way around, but yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Nice, we already broke the walls. I'm sorry, Mr. Jared. It was for a noble cause, I assure you. He will most likely get annexed now. There we go. Temish, or Timish, is down. Looks like they're already sieging the capital, but I'm gonna go there with my cannons. You guys can siege there, I suppose, or... yeah, that's fine. And then the mercenaries can go to Zagreb. Looks like Poland and Lithuania are bullying Austria, which is great to see. And there goes Jared. I am sorry, but I'm not really. And we have our first government reform, and we will go with the Devshirme system. It gives us some manpower and some Janissary loyalty, blah blah blah. But the most important thing is it gives us access to these buttons here. So if we spend 50 military points, we will get manpower recovery speed and vassal manpower contribution, which is huge for our Aelets. The Diplo one is okay, I guess. Not the best thing in the world. And for admin, we get core creation cost reduction. It's a monthly devastation going down. And we also lose 10 local autonomy in every heathen province. Okay. How far ahead are we? Okay, we're pretty far ahead in our tech, so yeah, I can click this button as well, I guess. You know, we'll get our military click as well, because it's just too good. And yeah, look at that, our manpower situation is already getting so much better from all of our Aelets, and we don't even have the golden age turned on yet. Now, something we shouldn't be sleeping on is trying to improve relations with these Italian miners who are not allied with Austria, because they will leave the empire after 1460, and it looks like Mantua is friendly towards us. Sure, we can improve with Mantua. We want to vassalize as many as we can. And yeah, looks like Albania is gone. We took down Pest. Now we can go ahead and siege. Actually, we're gonna go siege Vienna. No, let's go to Zagreb. We will take care of Austria last, I think. Can take our next Diplo idea. However, I think I'm gonna wait until I can click this button here, because it's gonna be cheaper. Looks like we have enough spy network to get a claim on Aragon, so we will take one over here in Sicily, I believe. Doesn't really matter where. Never mind, I have amnesia. I already did that. 71% dude, really. Here we go. Actually no, this didn't trigger, but we can get our first click here. I think we will get the aggressive expansion impact. This one got nerfed in the recent patches for the Ottomans, so I think this will be better for us right now. Aragon is now a great power. Oh, not for long. There we go, Vienna fell. Let's just check our peace deal if we can get... okay, we can get quite a bit of money out of them. Not sure. Yeah, we'll only get 158 of this, which is fine. And our truce will be until 64. Okay, important thing to do before we actually go ahead and do that is to declare war on Aragon, and Austria will not join them as planned. So let's go ahead and invite all of our vassals for them. Poland will not join, but that's fine. Herzegovina is not actually our vassal. I don't see any reason to call them in, so we'll just not. So we'll go ahead and do that. Next, we'll wait for our diplomat to come back, and we will peace out Austria. There's our peace deal with Austria. Now let's go ahead and peace out Hungary. So all we want from here is these 4 provinces, which is 32 AE. Our truce will be until 66, which is fine. I wonder... yes, we can also make them release Bosnia, actually, which we will be able to vassalize very easily. And that pushes it up to 67. But that is fine. If we take money, that's gonna be 70, so we do not want to do that, actually. Let's go ahead and do that. And right away, Bosnia would accept to get vassalized, so we will work on improving with them. Now we have to move our troops over to Aragon, which I'm already in the process of doing. I'm gonna keep spying on Aragon to get siege ability on them. It looks like Austria did join on Aragon's side. That's weird, I thought their alliance would break when I declared on Aragon and they didn't accept. But I guess that's not how it works. Okay, then I guess we'll just... but see, here's the deal. If we siege Vienna now, then we will get that event, which is fine, but it's a bit too early for it, because we do own a province next to Vienna right now. So I think, I'm not sure if it counts if someone else wins the siege for you and then they transfer it to you. I'm not sure if it works that way. But either way, we can just siege down that for now, I guess. And we'll see what happens. I will try to white piece them as soon as I can. I think I'll go ahead and get some more mercenaries to help deal with these rebels. Hey, that's a pretty good event. Unjustified demands and aggressive expansion impact. There we go. We finished coring Tunis and now we can start the golden era. And now we can also go ahead and take these ideas. Perfect. Hey, we got a new achievement. A golden empire. Enact a golden age as an empire. There you go. Check that off the list. Looks like Austria will accept the white peace, which is perfect. That will also reset our truce with them, which is more than I could have hoped for. Looks like the Pope annexed Provence here, which is a bit problematic because I was planning on releasing and vassalizing Provence to take advantage of its cores in France, but I guess we can still do that. Pain. Yeah, looks like Venice got Albania now. That's a weird roller coaster over there, but okay. Ah yes, we can make Tunis an eyalet, but we don't really care about that too much. So it's basically between 100 admin points or 75 diplo points. I would like the diplo points more, but at the same time, if we give Tunis away, we will lose our center of trade here, so we won't advance through our splendor as fast. So yeah, I'll just take the admin points. Don't really need that eyalet there. And Aragon is pretty much done for. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We will make Aragon release Majorca and Sardinia. We will take these two provinces here in Sicily and these two over here, and one province from Sardinia as well. We're just gonna take this one so we can make a claim on Toulouse here, or Toulon, and then we will most likely sell the core back to Sardinia so we can diplo-vassalize him. Here we will release Sicily, but we will seize Malta from him because we want that monument from there. Then we will probably diplo-vassalize Majorca as well. And here we will release Catalonia and Valencia, but before I release Valencia, I want to get a claim on Castile first. So yeah, that's the game plan. Now this will probably prompt the Pope, Venice and Genoa to enter a coalition against me, but that should be fine. It's not too much over 50 AE, and after this we will focus on QQ all the way over here because we want to finish up the Mashriq, whatever they own here, and Anatolia. And by the time we're done there, let me actually check the truce with the Mamluks. It's ending in 66. Okay. Now, depending on what happens, if Venice doesn't join a coalition, after we're done with QQ, we're gonna attack Venice and we're gonna make them release a bunch of OPMs over here that we can vassalize. We can give cores back to Dalmatia and probably release Montenegro and Albania as well to vassalize. So yeah, that's gonna be the game plan for now. So let's go ahead and do this peace deal. Now this will give us a truce until 73 with Aragon. With our next war we should be able to completely take them over with all of the modifiers we will have until then. So yeah, let's send it and see what happens with our coalition. So right off the bat I'm gonna go ahead and release Catalonia. We're not gonna release Valencia yet because I want to claim on Castile, as I said. Then we will release Sicily, and immediately, actually not immediately, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna make them an eyalet first and then seize land, because then they might not accept to be made an eyalet. I'm gonna call back that diplomat. We're gonna ally Bosnia to vassalize him. Now Sardinia does not want to be vassalized because we own one of his cores. But again, after we're finished making a claim here, we're gonna sell him back this province. So we're not even gonna bother coring it. Now, before I forget, I also need to give Dalmatia over here. Where are you? We need to give them Lika because they have a core there. And now we can finally core Zagreb. And then we'll have to wait for these two, which is fine. We have some rebels over here, but that's fine. We need to bring our armies over here to QQ anyway. Okay, let's see if anyone joins a coalition. And yes, before I forget, I need to ally Bosnia. There we go, we just need 4 more relations and he will gladly accept being vassalized. Sicily, you can become an eyalet and immediately we will seize land. We'll seize Malta from you. And actually, I always forget to do this. We can divert trade from all of these guys, except for Sicily, because we just pissed them off. Oh, we have the Moorish refugees. Okay. Again, dev cost, technology cost, and idea cost. That's actually pretty good for us. 1 base tax, and we spend some power right now, which is not great, but yeah, it's probably fine. And I believe we also have a mission we can do here. Address of Furman. We just need to have 15 transports over there in that sea tile. And we will get... I'll get an event, some more dev cost reduction and local goods produced. Okay. Yeah, I didn't check Mallorca actually. You would gladly be vassalized, so I need to give you an alliance as well. There we go. There we go, almost. We can vassalize Bosnia. We have a lot of rebels, but that's okay. And I think I saw... Yep, Austria did the PU over Hungary. So it's a very good thing we snaked our way up here when we did. This shouldn't be too much of an issue for us because we only need like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more provinces from Hungary and Vienna, and that's about it, so it should be fine. And it looks like no one joined the coalition, which is great, but there is still time. There definitely is still time. I think they're not joining because most of the other guys that could join I have a truce with right now, so they don't think they're strong enough on their own. Which is fine by me. Okay, now I need to remember to make you an eyalet as well. Oh yeah, and we have to core Malta. We just care about this monument over here, so we're gonna have to stockpile some money. Truce with QQ is up in September next year, so we have a bit of time left to lick our wounds. Oh, look at this, Herzegovina would like to be vassalized pretty soon as well. We can get some more trust with them. What about relations? We could definitely insult Serbia and give them a gift. I don't believe we can actually give them gifts now because we have a deficit, but it shouldn't be too bad. We could even get rid of one of our mercenaries and instead build an actual army now that we have manpower. So I'm gonna go ahead and make 4 more janissaries over here. I'm gonna make Bosnia an eyalet. And we can work on vassalizing Mantua, I believe. We have the least aggressive expansion against them, which is the main thing that stops us really to get our relations higher. Yeah, Mantua is the best choice, so we'll make an alliance with them. We can afford the slots. Alright, I was gonna work on Mallorca too, I keep forgetting. I need to improve relations with you. And go ahead and complete this mission now. Yeah, we'll get the question mark artist and some more goods produced. There's Venice entering the coalition. So I believe it's gonna be Venice, Naples and the Pope and Genoa for now. Probably His and Kaifa as well, because we don't have a truce with them. Can we actually... We could actually declare on... Wait, what? Oh, they're guaranteed by QQ. Huh, I guess we could do that and just stop waiting for the truce with QQ in that case. Yeah, I don't really see a reason to not do this. It will stop them from entering the coalition and we can fight QQ earlier. Let's go ahead and call our vassal swarm. I believe I allied everyone I wanted to vassalize next, so that shouldn't be a problem. because you can't ally people when you're at war. Do we call in Crimea as well? I mean, why the hell not? Okay, cool. The diplomat arrived before they could enter the coalition. There's the Pope as well. Poland declared war on Wallachia. That's fine. Hungary has joined the HRE. I did not actually think about that, so Kandar joined the coalition against us. I thought they wouldn't because we still have a truce with them until 63, but it is a one-sided truce, so only we have the truce with them, so that means they can still join the coalition. So yeah, I didn't think about that, but I just saw that they are allied with Cyprus, and Cyprus has no other allies, so we can probably take care of them really quickly that way after we're done here. So from here, basically, we could technically get everything from one peace deal here. We need Mosul, we need this province here, and we also need this strip over here. I guess we also need these two provinces here, Bitilis and Van, but we'll have to siege them first. Yep, they are part of Anatolia here. Here we go, we can vassalize Majorca. And oh, I actually didn't pay attention, we can get a claim on Castile. Who are you allied to? Just Portugal. Okay, so now we can go ahead and release Valencia, but we can't do that while we're at war. Now we can go ahead and trade favors for trust with... Wait, how much trust do we have? We have 80, so we only need 20 more. There you go. And now that is enough that they will accept to be vassalized. Wonderful. Can also get our claim on the Pope. Can make Majorca an eyalet. And there's the vassalization of Herzegovina. We can also go back and work on improving with Dawasir. We just need to ally him after the war is over, and I think he will be more than willing. And there goes Herzegovina into an eyalet. The Balkans are starting to get very green. We could go ahead and get Miltech 6 4 years ahead of time, which, why not? We're not really doing anything with our military points. And we can also get an extra diplomat, which is amazing. Oof, look at this air, dude. It is a +3 baby, 543. Hopefully Mehmed will live long enough to see his ambition fulfilled. I think we can go ahead and state these guys up as well for more income. This war is dragging on a bit too much for my liking. Oh, we can lose 2 war exhaustion for some money. That's fine by me. We have a lot of that. Okay, Malta is now a core, so I think we will go ahead and take the burger loans, so we can start working on that monument. Another 64% failed. There we go, it finally fell. So we can't get these 2 provinces here in this peace deal because we couldn't co-belligerate QQ. So maybe it was better if we waited for the truce, but it's fine. We can just have another quick war later on to get those 2. It's not like we need them desperately right now. Now that we are at peace, I can go ahead and release Valencia and also make them an eyalet as soon as I have a diplomat. And I also want to sell this province to Sardinia while we're at peace, so we can vassalize them as well. There we go, we can get it for 88 gold. And now all we have to do is offer them an alliance. And of course now their distance between borders and economic base, is that also a thing? Yeah, it's fine though. If we just get some favors with them, we can improve our trust with them and they will accept nonetheless. It looks like Naples is fighting Aragon. Now that we are at peace, we can also grab some more crown lands. I don't think we want to revoke anything for now, and I'm also gonna dump some gold in here so that it completes faster. Gonna have to keep doing that. There we go, we're allied to Sardinia. So one thing I noticed over here is that we could technically vassalize Provence over here, which would make our claim on Toulon here kind of useless. So like we didn't even have to get this province over here, because if we can vassalize Provence, he will have cores on all this and a lot of claims on his own. So yeah, I think we're gonna do that. And there's people leaving the coalition. That's great. Ardalan, Venice, yeah, pretty much everyone. Good. Now I can go ahead and declare war on Kandar and Cyprus over here. No reason to invite everyone in. We got this. I'm gonna give subsidies to Provence over here to get us to 190 relations. Because I think it's gonna be pretty close. But we can take tech, admin tech here. We have 4 days left to get 4 innovativeness, which is pretty tempting. I was waiting on conquering these 3 guys here, because then we would have been able to complete this mission, which then gave us access to this mission, which gave us technology cost -10 and idea cost -10. But I think the innovativeness is worth it in this case, just to get it like this. We are 2 years ahead of time, but yeah, we need to get to Tech 7 anyway to get our second idea group as quickly as possible. We can also go ahead and take our next idea, but for this I will wait for that mission because there's no reason to rush it. There we go, that took ages. Let's go ahead and take Cyprus. We can even delete the fort here, we do not need it. Let's wait and see if we can capture some ships here. Oh yeah. Alright then, let's get EU as well. Yeah, that's barely any AE, which is fine. And now we can go ahead and unify Anatolia and get the Cradle of Civilization, which gives us technology cost and idea cost -10 for the next 30 years, which is great. We can also invite a different scholar. I'm gonna get the aggressive expansion impact dude, and now we can also get our idea. And now we're basically just gonna wait for our truce with the Mamluks to end. We're gonna attack them and finish off conquering the Mashriq down here, and also we're gonna take Cairo. Looks like Aragon pieced out Naples, and Naples took 2 provinces in Sicily. We just get 1 innovativeness just like that. Nice. There we go, we can vassalize Provence. And I'm not sure, do the subsidies cancel themselves? Doesn't look like it. There you go, you are now our eyalet. And we have our first province in France. Just like that, no fighting. There we go, our truce with the Mamluks is up. You know what that means? It means it's time for war, and we must be careful to pick this CB specifically, because we want an event, a special event to fire when we siege down Cairo. We can go ahead and call in our vassal swarm, why not? We can even get our next idea, but I just remembered that we're gonna get another event after we get Jerusalem, which will make our ideas even cheaper, so I'm gonna hold off on that. Venice declared war on Ferrara, so they are fighting Milan and Aragon. Or no? Did Aragon... Oh no, Aragon did not answer or declined the Cold War, I see. Okay, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens here. I hope Venice annexes Ferrara actually, because then when we fight Venice we can release Ferrara from there, and probably Modena too, and get 2 new free vassals. There we go, we siege down Cairo, and we got this event here, which technically would make the Mamluks, the entirety of the Mamluks, our eyalet for free, for no aggressive expansion, if we just hold the siege of Cairo for 3 years. But we're not gonna do that. Instead we're gonna pick this option because of those 2 modifiers at the end there. Core creation cost -10%, but most importantly, province war score cost -10%. That is the key to our success here, because we're gonna have a lot of provinces to conquer from Iberia and from France, and we're gonna have to do it kind of all at once. Not really, but kind of. That's also why we need this monument here, which gives us the same thing basically. Well, it's war score versus other religions, but they work hand in hand basically. And we're gonna get the same thing as this, I think, when we siege down Vienna. And then if you combine that with this idea over here, then we're gonna have some pretty cheap provinces. So yeah, it's gonna be great. So let's go ahead and pick this, and we'll also lose 2 war exhaustion, which is surprisingly useful for us. I hate having war exhaustion this high, I normally never do, but I really don't want to click this button because we're gonna have 2 Diplo ideas to fill, and I also want to get to Diplotech 7, so yeah, we're just gonna have to deal with it, but -2 war exhaustion here is pretty nice. We can go ahead and take Diplotech 5, but I don't remember exactly if the event we get from Jerusalem also affects our tech cost. I don't remember it. Or actually, now that I think about it, I don't even want to take it because I want to finish this idea group first, because we're gonna get -10 from there. So yeah, I'm not even gonna worry about it. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to do is we have this mission here, repurpose the Hagia Sophia. And the only thing we need here is to hire an Inquisitor or a Theologian of level 3. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give the ulema the fund theological studies, and with that we have a button here to get a level 3 theologian. Now we just have to hire him for just a month, most likely. And now we can go ahead and click this mission here, which is gonna give Constantinople a great mosque and also local death cost -20%, which is important because our next mission requires us to have 50 dev in Constantinople, and right now we only have 37. I wonder why that is. Alright, because the Fate of the Patriarchate didn't fire yet, because usually you get some free dev from this, and that's why I was a little confused. Because normally you would only need like 3 more clicks to get to 50 dev here, but yeah, we're gonna have to wait for that. And go ahead and vassalize Dawasir as well. There's the Fate of the Patriarchate, so we can go ahead and close down the Patriarchate because we don't really have any other Orthodox countries around us that we care about their opinion with us. There's only Serbia, but we're gonna fully annex them in the future. So we're gonna get some money, some dev in Constantinople, and I believe, do we have enough for this mission? So I need to have 2 agendas of the ulema completed. I don't remember if I ever completed one, but there's one right there. We need to increase the base tax in that province to 7. So, okay. Go ahead and do 2 clicks. That should complete. And yes, that is enough for this mission. Apparently we completed another agenda in the past, and that will give us another 7 development in Constantinople. And now we just need 4 more clicks here, apparently. Okay, so not 3 clicks, but 4 clicks. So let's go ahead and do that. If I look at our tech, we are ahead in military and admin, so we can use any one of those. I want to do 1 admin and probably 3 military here. There we go. Now I can complete this mission too, which will increase our center of trade here by 2, which is at 1 now, so that's perfect. We can get our next click here, I guess, I don't know what to call them. It is tempting to get the siege pip for our leaders, however, it would also be nice to have free war taxes, because we're gonna be at war a lot, and we're gonna need a lot of money to upgrade those forts in Malta. So for now, I think I'm gonna pick this, and the next one is gonna be the siege one. Okay, looks like the Mamluks will accept our peace deal, so we're just gonna give Syria his last 2 cores over here, and then we're just basically gonna take all of the Mashriq, including Jerusalem and Cairo. Stop! What the hell, man? Look at the length of this video. If you want to find out how or if we achieved Mehmet's ambition, check back in a few days for part 2. Thank you for watching all that. Seriously.